Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Monday night, and you know what that means. It's time for your weekly WWE Monday Night Raw Event Center report. And now here is the man to give you that report, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 1665 of the show. That's right, this will be the last video for the day as I try to get some sleep after this and do it all again tomorrow so I can catch up and catch up with the videos. And so we got a lot to do this week. It's a big week, folks. It's WWE week. It starts off season premiere Monday Night Raw at Calgary, Alberta, Canada. That's right, Joe Tessitore, Wade Barrett calling in. Joe Tessitore is doing a great job. He's already leveling up as we speak. So it started off with the 8-person tag team street fight. Wyatt Six versus the American Made. The Wyatt Six consists of Uncle Howdy, a.k.a. Bob Dallas. And you got Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, Dexter Loomis, and Nikki Cross. And in the American Made, you got Chad Gable, the Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus, and Ivy Nile. And thanks to Uncle Howdy, who hit Chad Gable with his sister Abigail, Wyatt Six ended up winning the match. But what a brawl this was. The most insane fight ever. I mean, you think about it. I mean, Eric Rowan, okay? The dude gets up from being buried beneath chairs and tables, broken tables and all that. He grabs he kicks down a piece of the barricade, hoists it up, and poor Samantha Irvin. I was like, Samantha, don't get out of the way. And then Samantha Irvin was scared to death, poor girl. But Eric Rowan grabs the barricade, lifts it up, and uses it as a weapon. Holy crap. It was an insane matchup. Kendo sticks were being used, tables were being used, chairs were being used. In the end, the Wyatt Six ended up winning the match. And then Finn Balor comes out and dresses the Calgary crowd, calls out Damian Priest. Damian Priest comes out, and Balor says, how about you and me, Hell in a Cell? And Damian Priest says, I accept, but for right now. But then the Judgment Day was attacking Damian Priest. Rhea Ripley, still hurt from last week, comes out and tries to help out Priest, and then Liv Morgan attacks her. And then as the Terror Twins are getting their butts kicked, here comes Jey Uso, chasing everybody away with a steel chair. More on Jey Uso later. Jackie Redmond interviews Braun Strowman, and Strowman says, I wanted this matchup opportunity as a fatal four-way for the number one contendership for the Intercontinental title. He says, I want this matchup. And Braun Breaker confronts him, and I was like, interrupts him like, oh boy, you know, a lot of testicular fortitude, as McFoley would say, interrupting Braun Strowman. I put the mic down here. Like, I'm talking far away here. Okay. So we will see. Now the women's tag title on the line. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defending it against the Unholy Union, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. And great matchup, but overall, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill did retain the title. Jackie Redmond interviewed Dragon Lee in the LWO. The Judgment Day interrupts the LWO and starts throwing insults and all that. Well, that's the LWO for you. And the Judgment Day for you. But then Bret the Hitman Hart comes out with an interview by both Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett. Bret Hart says it's great to be back. It's great to be, among the people in his hometown of Calgary. And had a smile on his face. But then Gunther, the Ring General, the World Heavyweight Champion, interrupts him. And he had Gunther had a lot to say. He goes, well, all seriousness, you're one of my favorite wrestlers growing up, but you'll always be my second favorite, he says, to my first favorite. Bill Goldberg. I'm like, he did not just go there. He went there with Bret the Hitman Hart. When he mentioned Bill Goldberg, I'm like, oh, holy night. What in the world was Gunther doing? I mean, Gunther was trying to get into Bret's head. But then Sami Zayn came out, interrupting Gunther. Gunther. Oh boy, I'm in trouble now. I call Gunther Gunner. I'm in trouble. Everybody's like, hey, what's up with that? I meant to say Gunther. Sami Zayn interrupted the ring down allowed Gunther and decided, and wearing a Johnny Good Show jersey, Johnny Good Show and his brother Matt were killed by a driver who basically is facing charges. I don't know if the driver was drunk or not, but they got hit by a car. They died. And basically, Sami Zayn challenged Gunther, going back for a little bit more on the Johnny Good Show situation. Zayn decided to challenge Gunther again. Gunther says no, and then Bret Hart comes out and said, "Hey," Bret Hart says, "Hey, Gunther's a coward," and then Gunther's like, okay, Gunther does not really, I cannot believe what Bret Hart was saying. Zayn and Gunther, they confront each other, that started brawling before the referees break that up. That's even crazy. Meanwhile, Pete Dunne was getting ready for his match, and Braun Breaker talks to Pete Dunne and doesn't want to call him. You know what? Pete Dunne says he doesn't want anybody calling him Butch. That is fine by me, and I will tell you why. There's only one Butch in the WWE. One real Butch, and he's passed on. And that'll be Bushwhacker Butch. And we miss him. Rest in peace, Bushwhacker Butch. Then, Sheamus decided to attack Pete Dunne, and the guy Shillelagh back before the official stepped in. Meanwhile, Dragon Lee and Dominic Mysterio went one-on-one, and then JD McDonough gets involved, and then LWO and Judgment Day had a brawl. Liv Morgan clips Dragon Lee from behind. Dominic Mysterio took advantage and ended up winning the matchup. Meanwhile, while Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill were celebrating their tag team title victory, Io Sky and Kairi Sane, Damage Control said, "Don't get used to this because we'll be coming after him soon." And they're touching the titles and like, "Ew, get away from us." So you good? And you see the bandage over Kairi's eye because last week Kairi took a dive and ended up hitting her head, possibly at the end of the announce table, and she had a cut right here above her left eye. It was crazy. The woman is tough. And one thing about Kairi Sane I like about her, not only she's beautiful, she's a tough young lady. And her smile reminds me a lot of Mariah Carey. Don't know why. Well, that's my deal. Anyways, where are we? Then there's a tribute to Johnny and Matt Gaudreau by Jackie Redmond, and you see Jackie Redmond trying to talk about it because they were laid to rest today. Johnny and Matt did. While that was going on, Jackie Redmond, you see that her voice was cracking, and she used to interview. She used to be a hockey interviewer before the WWE happened, and it was surreal that you see Jackie Redmond having a lot of emotion. So that was tough on her, but a lot of people are applauding her for doing that, and I do too. So then they had the 6-woman tag match, and the Pure Fusion Collective, that will be Sonya Deville, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark facing facing Zelina Vega, Lyra Valkyria, and a mystery partner. And then while Lyra Valkyria is about to do her entrance, Sonya Deville goes, "Oh, shut the music," and everything else, and whoever your partner is going to get the same as you two got and all that. But then, I think they, when Lyra Valkyria says, "We're going to be in Calgary next week," right? Got an idea. Guess who they recruited? Yep, veteran, the true leader of the women's locker room, Natalya. And thanks to Natalya, her, Vega, and Valkyria pick up the victory. They celebrated the win in the back, and Bret joins in, gives her a hug. He says, it's not Bret night, it's a natty night. You know, Bret Hart's probably, you know, say what you want about the Hitman. To me, he was one of the most humble dudes ever. You know, he knows the time for his niece, and just, that's the beautiful thing. Very humble dude. And then Drew McIntyre addresses his actions to the Calgary crowd while he attacks CM Punk, and then he addresses Wade Barrett. And he says that Wade Barrett stops him again. You won't, you know, why you be disappointed? The guy is trying to save your career. He's your friend, man. He's your friend. He's trying to help you save your career. Drew McIntyre, you don't have a brain in the world, dude. Logical, you know, you save your career. Wade's trying to stop you, trying to give you a reason. Said, you know, Wade respects great competition. Gotta start respecting Wade Barrett a little bit more. And I got to say bad news. That's right. Speaking of, Adam Pearce interrupted McIntyre. He says, enough. You're going to attack your friends. You're going to attack color commentators now. And he apologized to both Wade and Tess already. Tess has already got a nickname. Joe Tessitore's got a nickname. And he decided that, as you know, 27 years ago this match happened. And now it's back, so to speak. The Hell in a Cell matchup. That's right. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, Hell in a Cell. I think Jordan, you called it. Jordan Little, you called it. And we all had a feeling that was going to go that route. It was CM Punk, you know, Joe Tessitore talking about the first one with Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, and you had Kane's arrival. So Joe Tessitore's got, you know, he's gotten his homework, man. He is doing his homework. Joe Tessitore, keep him around for a long time. And you know what that means? You better change Adam Pearce's name to Bill Cullen. He dropped a blockbuster. Game show fans better, and wrestling fans better know that joke. And then Karrion Kross was talking to the Miz, who was looking sharp as a tack, you know, and Xavier Woods is interrupting Kross. Says, why are you doing this? What's going on? And then Xavier Woods goes, hey, listen, whatever he has to say, you know, but he's right about this, but I got to do something. So Kofi Kingston comes up, and he goes, well, you hanging out with your friends? I got us a tag team title match against the Judgment Day, and as you know, so hopefully we'll walk into November as tag team champions, because this coming November will be 10 years since the New Day debuted, and that could be the longest tenure of any tag team in WWE history, as far as I'm concerned. I think that's, you know, the longest tenure without breaking up once. And even though, despite the fact that Big E's been hurt for a long time, longest tenured, you know, tag team without breaking up. So you got that. Then you got Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor, a dream matchup all over the world. Heck of a matchup. But Finn Balor refuses to break the hold and on the ropes, and so Mysterio wins by disqualification. And you think Balor cares about that? Then Jackie Redmond interviewed Ilya Dragunov. Dragunov determined to win the fatal 4-way. Braun Breaker interrupts him, saying there's no unfinished business. I'll kick your butt again if you win. And then Jey Uso interrupts Braun Breaker. He starts looking at those two, and he starts snickering and laughing and says, hey, Uso, play my music. Yeet. And so they had the Intercontinental Championship #1 contenders fatal 4-way matchup. And during that matchup, Bronson Reed came back to attack Braun Strowman during the matchup, taking him out of the equation. And then it went down to Jey Uso, Dragunov, and Pete Dunne. And guess who has won the matchup? Jey Uso. And at the end, Braun Breaker confronted him and get this. This matchup is happening. It'll be the first time since WrestleMania 9 a Steiner will face a member of the Fatu family. As you know, the Steiner brothers faced the Head Shrinkers, with Fatu being part of the Fatu family, and Samu was part of the Hawaii family, but still. And the first time since WrestleMania 9 this is happening. And not only that, it'll be a great. I don't know when that match is going to happen. Possibly Bad Blood. We'll find out for sure. One more note: Monday Night Raw will be for the final 3 months of the year, just for the final 3 months till December 30th. Raw will be going back to 2 hours, just from October to December. So if that's the case, that's fine. I don't mind that, but there's a lot of talent in there. I don't know if there's going to be more budget cuts or what. We'll find out for sure as that goes along. So, that's all the time we have on the show. Episode 1665, Eric Lima Shenanigans, 1977. I will see you guys later. And tomorrow's for tomorrow, Trebek Tuesday, High Rollers. We'll see what happens then. Thank you for tuning in. And until next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.